लेकर आ रही हूँ, लेकर आओ।
All right, we're in the finals. This is the end game. Musand versus Unimart. Who will take the victory of this game? Oh shit, I'm not gonna be able to bet in time. Oh well. Let's place our bets for fun on Undermark or the underdog and see what happens. Oh, I can't place any more bets. Okay. Unfortunate, but the odds are looking in Unimart's, Bob's favor. Musand. I'm pretty sure this is HSK, you know, the GOAT. Yeah, it's his posse here, the GOATs. HSK and Foamy? I don't think it's Foamy, actually. Who is on? Oh, Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks is the other gamer playing today. Alright, let's get into it. Matches are about to begin. The finals of Season 4. They're copying Fido here. I don't know why. Fido's outfit is this setup here. These are all what's it called? Not Gurren Laganns. They're all what's that anime called, bro? I'm blanking right now. What is that anime? Gundams. There we go. These are all Gundam codes apparently. I never knew about that until I saw these names. And I was told. So FA-010F A-010S. Oh, okay. Interesting. I've never actually watched Gundam, but let's watch this fight from whose perspective should we do it from? Probably the Shadow Chaser, because they're so mobile, it's gonna give us the perfect view. Alright, looks like Bob is playing behind in the back line, looking to try and get the picks off. This is going to be the hardest match to call, honestly. I have no idea how to even refer to these guys. We're just going to call them Unimart versus Musand. And if you bet on Unimart, you may have just gotten paid here. It looks like the matchup is pretty Unimart heavy in terms of DPS. The Bobs are not doing well. They gave away the first kill. Towers are now up. 2 towers on Musand's side, so there is a potential for them to be able to easily tower cap here by having the pressure, but they have to be able to take on Unimart's DPS here, and it's not looking good. MSN Warlock is going down here. Shadow Chaser looking pretty low, trying to get back out. Unimart is able to push them off the tower. However, Musand was able to push them off the tower. However, Unimart was able to capture the tower by their base, and it is 2 towers still up on the Musand side of things. Looks like it's going to be an underdog story, guys. 2 towers over to Unimart. I hope you guys bet on the right teams here, because you may end up walking away with some cash. Unfortunately, I did not have a chance to bet. I've been out all day. God damn it, I could have gotten money back from this fight. Let's see who gets his final tower here, because it's not looking good for Musand in terms of DPS. What is happening here? Holy... MSN is already at 200 million damage into this fight. 200 million is insane for them to be already at. Considering that this is only a minute in, or 2 minutes into the fight, bro. That is insane. It is looking very Unimart heavy. They have taken all 3 towers. Second set of towers are coming up into play here. Musand has only been able to get 2 kills, unfortunately, and it's not looking too good. They need to be able to take out this MSN, and it doesn't look like they are going to be able to do that. I believe this is Runeheart, for the most part. I correct me if I'm wrong in chat, because I think it is Runeheart. It's hard to really follow all these names because, you know, they've name changed so often now at this point. I have no idea who's who. But for the most part, it does look like it's going to be in Unimart's favor. Musand was able to secure 1 tower here, as well as secure 1 more kill. However, it's not looking good. Unimart was able to take 2 more towers. And it's unfortunately going to probably be a Unimart win here. Unlikely for them to be able to come back here. Musand has to pull out a lot of their damage because they're not doing so good right now. Bro, look at this. Oh my god. MSN is already at 400 million damage. And they still have 2 minutes left in the fight. Whoever MSN is, which I believe is Runeheart, he is a beast to take out right now. And the unfortunate thing is that because they have 2 DPS that are also very strong DPS, they can't build around being able to counter the warlock damage, right? Because they have to build for the PDEF damage, P damage, and so as a result they have to build PDEF. And so at this point, it's not looking good for Unimart or Musand here. Let's swap over to Dynasty versus Gay and see what's happening here. This one's a little bit more of an even fight. Hanks is losing right now. I'm sure he's not happy about having to be merged into the top upper tier of WOC, but it is not looking good for Hanks' team right now. Mid tower is going to be up here in 5 seconds, and it is up. Looks like the tower is going to be capped. Oh, Hanks is backing out. It is a 5v4 at this point. Windows and Big coming in with a strong DPS burst. Unfortunately, Gay's not doing too well. They're gonna have to contest this tower, and they are unable to do so. And Dynasty is gonna be taking this win on the first round.
I'm getting more dark.
All right, let's go back to this. So yeah, both sides are looking pretty one-sided right now. It's not looking too good for either of the losing teams. This one is the underdog fight though, so if you did bet on Musand, Musand, I'm not sure what will happen in the next few fights, man. This one is not looking good though. Musand was able to take that final tower cap though, so there is a potential for them to be able to come back if they swap up enchants. But yeah, MSN doing over 666 million damage in a PvP match is insane, alongside ASW doing 300. Just showcases the fact that both teams have that side of the team has a very strong magic class damage and a physical class damage type. So it's really hard to build to counter it, other than having another counter of magic and physical on your own team, right? That's the only way I can see it being countered, because then one type is always going to do more damage. So let's see if they change up the lineup here. MVF and RB are going to be staying on the back lines, or the sidelines. They are not going to be changing up the Bob rotation, however. Actually, it's too hard for me to even tell if they did change anything up, because I was looking down on my food. But it's not looking too good. Unimart is taking the first win here. Let me know in the chat if you guys bet on the upper dog, thinking that they're gonna win, because you might have gotten baited, bro, like I have in this whole WOC. Let's see what's gonna come down. What's gonna come down this Papua? Is it gonna be a win or a loss for Unimart? Alright, match has begun. Pressure being put on by Musand on the map, setting up traps. Shadow Chaser Bob is going down. Has to back out. Bro, just back out. Why are you staying up in the fight? Just back out. Back out. You're gonna give them a kill. You don't want to give them a free kill. One of the Shadow Chasers already did. You don't want to be the one giving them away. Oh no. Okay, he was able to back out. It is looking like a 4v5 right now. All of Unimart's team is half HP, however, it is a 4v5 at this point, and they have lost a Bard on Musand's side of things, so they've lost a lot of strong CC. Shadow Chaser Bob, number 2, goes down. MSN is going to be backing out to fully healed. He realizes his team can easily take control of the map and keep pressure while having to tower cap, and he doesn't need to be in this fight right now. And let's look at the match stats right now. I think Yeah, MSN, they haven't, Musand hasn't swapped from the PDEF because they realized that as long as Musand, or MSN is still on the fight, or sorry, not MSN, ASW, they have to be ready for that burst because ASW LKN hurts, man. It's not an easy fight for them to be able to counter build around. They, however, were able to get one tower here, so they're not as behind as they were in the first round. At the same time, wonder what's gonna happen. Oh, Hyde was cancelled. Unfortunately, was not able to get back into it. Let's watch the boy MSN, see what's happening. He is being targeted, unfortunately. Oh, he does take the hit and goes down here. That's what they need to do, is honestly just have the Shadow Chasers back out, wait until MSN's back up in the fight, and then just focus him down constantly, because the rest, like ASW and MSN are the only two doing damage realistically, and as long as they focus one of them down together, there's no way he can tank it. That in my opinion, that's the best play for them at this point. MSN is taking hits from Bob and goes down here. Look at that strategy right there. That's how you do it. Now, and ASW is down, so tower cap may be easy to get now. Bob is going for the tower cap on the top side. Two towers still up on the bottom side here. This may actually be a real fun fight. MS is doing a little bit of damage here and there, tickling them, but let's see where his damage is at. He's keeping up. He's keeping up. ASW is up there. MS is actually doing more damage than ASW, so realistically, they need to focus on the Shadow Chaser, but the thing is, Shadow Chaser is so hard to target, man. Their permanent invisibility makes it really hard. And two towers go over to Unimart here. Final tower is still in play. Musand needs to capture this tower in order to get the potential to come back in the fight after taking mid tower. However, it does look like the tower is going to go down here, and they are at a 200-point deficit. 220 point per deficit, not too bad, because they can still take mid tower here and even it out. Right now, they just need to have the Shadow Chasers constantly applying pressure on MSN and MS. The reality is that the rest of their team needs to just play as safe as possible. Warlock Bob needs to just be a complete and utter scarecrow at this point. Can you give me Jiro? That's good. Thank you. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna be a pretty one-sided fight here. They are putting, Musand is putting up a great great pressure. 250 points behind. They do need to get at least 4 kills in the mid tower in order to even this out. MSN is slept right now. Is he gonna get bursted? Unfortunately, he's able to get out. That teleport alongside his team member coming up to heal him a little bit helped him to really disengage, but it's not looking good here. Mid tower is up in play, but it is a 5v3 right now. MSN just cleaned up with his chain lightning. And the mid tower goes over to Unimart. It is going to be a Unimart win for the second round. Thank you. Alright. Hopefully they can change it up in the third match, or the third match. I think realistically, because MSN is doing so much damage, they really need to just swap out some of the P-Def that they have and put on some M-Def, as long as they have those enchants, right? If they don't, it's not looking good for the rest of their matches. It's gonna be pretty one-sided because MSN is a very, very strong burst DPS, and he has good peel for himself, right? So honestly, all in all, a very good strategy on Unimart's side of things. Beating the underdogs and positioning their magic class to be able to do the most damage, alongside having 2 physical type damage classes, so that Bob's team have to really build around that. I did see some flickers, so there might have been a swap in terms of the actual enchants here, but for the most part, it's really going to be a toss-up. Oh, and they swap out one of the RGs? Yeah, RGs for another Shadow Chaser DPS. In my opinion, that's a really good strategy. I would personally do maybe the Trapper But I'm honestly, trappers are a little bit of a throw up because it's hard to really guess what their pressure is on the map unless you really are watching them put down decent amounts of traps and seeing them activate. It's really hard to estimate what the emphasis is because you can only get that when you can only tell by playing. And Unimart here, I did see some good sleeps, so it might be good to have that trapper there. But realistically, another RG, having an RG is useful because they allow you to be able to damage soak and stay on the field longer. But losing that RG's ability to do that, but also having 3 invis classes, I think they should be fine realistically. Maybe Bob here. Oh, he is a CC. Is he? Let's see. If he's a CC Shadow Chaser, this might be a very interesting turnaround in terms of matchup. Let's watch the boy MSN here. He is going to be going. Oh, Dimension Door. Yeah, he is a CC bot. CC bot, Shadow Chaser, baby. See, the trapper's getting real low. That's the unfortunate thing, right? The trapper being in the fight allows the enemy to be able to get free points, which isn't effective if you're trying to play around getting the towers. Because realistically, I don't think they're getting as many kills on. Musand's not really getting a lot of kills on Unimart comparatively to the other way around, right? So, and FA is going to be he is stopped taking this tower here. Trapper Bob is going for the tower cap, realizes that FA has been eaten by the Frioni. Unfortunately, is unable to do so. His team member does come up and save him. Towers are still in play. One tower goes over to Unimart side of things. Oh, actually, no, it goes over to Musand. Unimart is just ahead on, or just gotten 100 points on kills, it seems. Or have they? No, they took the tower. Both sides took 1 tower. Okay, there you go. This is the strategy here, guys. This is what we came here to watch. The even matchup fights. Musand said no more throwing. We're putting on a show, bro. We're putting on a show. Making this entertaining. Look at that comeback. This is gonna be a great comeback story. Better than Kim Kardashian's comeback story. Musand pulling a Michael Jordan here, saying they took that personally, and really putting on a hard show here. MSN is not doing as much damage as I can tell, as far as I can tell. Yeah, he's not doing as much damage. They did put on the M depth. They are tanking the hits here. Like I said, that's the strategy. Two towers on Unimart side. 2 towers still in play here. Musand does need to go for a tower pick here, otherwise they're just throwing. 2 on. No, 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 no. You guys need more than just a trapper protecting this tower, guys. Okay, ASW coming into the stop and is unfortunately unable to do so. Musand is gonna be able to take that tower. Trapper Bob pulling out a show for us. Final tower still in play here. FA is going for the cap, is unfortunately stopped, is eaten by the Frioni. No, he isn't eaten by the Frioni, he's just CC'd. The Frioni just stood on top of him. He's going for the tower cap, unfortunately he's stopped again. This is a great strategy, bringing in the CC Shadow Chaser, locking down MSN. Because look at him. Look at his damage. MS is doing a lot more damage now, but that's because MSN is just being put away. And that strategy is working real well. Honestly, if I was Unimart here, my strategy would be to double down and have them focus on MSN, but have the physical DPS classes focus on the trapper. Constantly go for the trapper, because realistically, the trapper's the squishiest. And honestly, play around using MSN as a bait. That would be my strategy. Realizing that the other team members are going to be going for him, play around him as being a complete bait for the rest of your DPS. MS is going to go down here, and it's not looking good. Mid tower is going to be the final deciding factor here. Realistically, if I was Musand, I would just keep going for the kills, man. I would just keep going for the DPS kills, because Shadow Chaser Bob is doing work, putting down CCs and locking down MSN. Unfortunately, there's no counter to it, right? Like, you can't panacea it. MSN is doing his darndest trying to fucking stop him, bro, but he's clearly not doing enough. Mid tower is up in play. Neither side is going for it. FA is trying to get the tower here, is stopped in doing so. ASW is trying to sneak in that little tower cap there. Is he gonna get it? He does get it! And it is a 3-0 for Unimart. Holy. Is this gonna be a best of 7 since it's finals? I forget. Let's hope and pray that this is a best of 7 because this is a really fun fight. Unimart taking the 3rd win. Does that make them the final winners of Season 4 WOC? It does! Congratulations to Unimart being the Season 4 winners of WOC. Insane fights, man. Really, really good and entertaining fights. I loved it. That was a lot of fun. That was probably one of the best fights that we've had. The comebacks, the comeback potential from Musand side of things was like amazing. They did real good, and I feel so bad for all these people, bro. 64% lost. 36% is a huge payout. That's at least 6-7k if you bet max, if not more. Can I watch the rest of these fights is the question. Is there still a fight going on in the lower division? There is, baby. Let's go. Dynasty versus Gay. Let's see what's happening here. Round 4 of this fight. Is Gay going to be able to come back in this is the question. Let's watch some Hanks. Sorry, I was a little distracted here. Thank you guys for watching, and if you haven't already, use code Touche to claim and redeem a reward in game. Let's see. I want to watch my boy Hanks pull off some big story gameplay here. He has done the LKN swap, and LKN is one of the strongest DPS classes right now, if you guys didn't know. After the changes that they implemented with HK nerf, LKN has taken a huge lead when it comes to DPS. Hanks is just taking free hits, not even getting phased by highwizard. 2 towers over to Gay. This is going to be a comeback story if I have ever seen one. Putting on a great show here. Gay is holding Dynasty in their base, keeping it a uneven fight for the rest of the team. Big getting pretty low there is how Hanks was not able to take him out. The invis was invising away. Let's see what's happening here. Mantek. Are they just... Bro, what is happening here? Why are they just... They're playing passive. I'm surprised. Do they not have the damage to be able to take these guys out? What are the numbers saying? Window's doing 63k damage. Meanwhile, Hanks is putting on 90k. They just have more damage dealers, and unfortunately, I think that's why Gay is playing a little passive, because they realistically only have Hanks for DPS. Is PLTR a CC bot? Yeah, he is a CC bot. Okay. So realistically, they don't really have a lot of damage other than Hanks. So they're relying on tower caps here. So they are playing pretty smart here because they don't have the damage. They don't want to be pointlessly pushing out, because what is that going to resolve, right? They can help CC and set up kills for Hanks, but unfortunately, Hanks is just going to get jumped on. So they're playing pretty passive, using the immunity of the safe zone to their advantage here. Hanks is going to back out here, get some HP back, come back into the fight stronger than ever. The final tower of the second round is still available. It will really come down to who is able to secure this final tower. And the blue team takes it. Dynasty is taking the lead here. Hanks's team can still come back here because the mid tower is going to give them 200 points, so they realistically just need to go for those easy kills. Hyzer's not that easy kill, man. Hyzer's not the easy kill. Oh! Okay, I take that back. I take it back. My bad, Hanks. I didn't realize you were built like that. My bad. Alright. Final tower is going to decide it here. Dynasty's playing pretty passive here. They realize that if Hanks is gay can come up and take the mid tower, it's all over for them. It's going to be a 2-2. And Gay is playing pretty smart here. They're playing passive. They realize they're not going to be winning the trades here because Dynasty has more DPS on their team that can burst through some of their other CC classes. So they are playing pretty passive, waiting for the mid tower to come up. Not as exciting as I hoped it would be, but you know what? It's a pretty good strategy. Hank's pushing up here. Invis is going to be able to take down Windows before the towers come up. They do hyper-focus Windows. Unfortunately, Windows does not go down here. He does not blue screen Windows yet. Hank swaps over to target big. Unfortunately, is unable to kill him. Gopher is going to be trying to tower cap here, and he secures it! Gay takes the lead! Oh my god, it is tied. No, they're behind one kill. Why aren't you moving, Hanks? What happened? Oh, you got eaten. Unfortunate. Hanks just needs to back out, wait for his teammates to come back up into this fight so they can go for these picks. They need to get 2 kills, 3 kills to get the lead. 20 seconds. Resner needs to back off, bro. Resner, you're just giving free kills, man. Don't go into that fight. Like, let Hank's daddy do his work. 10 seconds, 1 kill. 1 kill is all they need to tie it up. Oh my god. What's gonna happen here? What's gonna happen here? Dynasty just needs to back out completely. They're gonna win. Oh my god. That was entertaining, man. Good show. 535 to 520. Dynasty taking the lead and winning the losers bracket. Oh my god. That was good, man. Good job, Gay. You guys put on a great show for everybody. Congratulations, Dynasty. Congratulations to the winners. It's going to come to... I'm wondering how this works in the loser bracket. It's going to be... Yeah. The finals for the losers brackets are tomorrow. Unimart has now won the Season 4 WOC. Losers bracket final elimination. The finals are tomorrow. So we'll be tuning in for that, and that will be a very exciting match. But honestly, man, that was a really entertaining match. I was not expecting it to be that good. What were the odds? Could somebody tell me in chat what the odds were on that other, on the Hanks' division side of things? Were they favored to win? Because, like, geez. Let me know in chat, because I don't have access to that side of things. But man, that was an entertaining one. It would have been sick to see them go 2-2. Honestly, if I was Dynasty, I can see why they did it. I can see why they pushed for the win, but realistically, it would have been so much more fun if they got 2-2'd, and then they needed to have that final fight, bro. That would have been so much fun. It would have been so much more entertaining. But you know what? Great show. I truly enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. As far as what happens next, I think it's going to be it is going to come down to Musand fighting and taking on. Actually, do they take on? No, they take on a different team. Yeah, because it's a different division. Sorry, I thought they were going to take on Dynasty for a second, but they're not. They're going to be taking on... Who won yesterday? I have to take a look at that again. Who won the fight yesterday? I'm not great with these names because so many of the classes lose. 72 to 28 for Dynasty ratio. Damn, man. Can you imagine if that underdog story went through? I would have been so happy for those guys. Hanks is the GOAT. Hanks is he's a homie, bro. He's a homie. At the end of the day, man, you guys gotta say that was a really good fight. I really hope it's gonna be a good matchup for the final one, because if that was semifinals, bro, oh my god, I can't wait for the final, or not finals, sorry, the losers bracket finals. If that was the finals, that was a great way to end it for season 4, to be honest. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the content, and if you did, please give the video a like, give the stream a like, leave a comment, let me know what kind of content you guys want to see further. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow, and make sure you subscribe, because I'm going to be posting more content here soon with the server merge happening with Biolan and Underwater alongside T-Ship. There's going to be a lot of fun PvP content there, so make sure you tune in, make sure you stay up to date with what's happening with me. And yeah, let me know in the comments if there's any specific content that you need, like guides or anything like that.